everyone, it's Amy the dog trainer here, and I just want to talk to you guys about something that is called the ladder of aggression. The ladder of aggression is something that we use to describe how dogs work through their emotions when something is triggering or worrying or is scaring them. If you have a look at the bottom of what we call the ladder of aggression, you've got very subtle behaviours that dogs do to indicate and to express to us in a very polite way that they're uncomfortable. So if you had a young child come over and wrap their arms around a dog and pull them in for a really big hug, for some dogs this is actually really quite overwhelming and they don't particularly enjoy it. So what you might see is the dog turning their head away, excessive blinking, you might see a bit of rigidness even, and you might even see yawning, over-exaggerated big yawns. All of these things are the dog's way of saying, oh, can you not actually, I don't like this. But obviously a toddler isn't going to pick up on this, a young child isn't going to pick up on this, and most parents and adults in the situation aren't going to pick up on this either because they're so subtle. So later that day, or maybe the next day, the kid's going to come over to that dog again to give them a cuddle, and the dog is going to have learnt that none of those subtle behaviours that they did to express that they were uncomfortable worked. So what dogs do is they slowly start to work their way up this ladder of aggression, and they will do things like roll on their back, put all of their legs in the air. Yes, tummy rubs is different, but look for that tail. If the tail is tucked, then it probably means that that dog is very overwhelmed. Like here, Dory's choosing to be with me. She's choosing to rest her head on my knee, and that's her choice to come and have affection and cuddles. I am not going towards her when she is asleep or trying to relax and interrupting that time because I feel like petting her. It's really important to give them choice. There's a whole bunch of behaviours that dogs do that we might miss, and then they start to increase to more severe types of behaviours that we will all know and probably have seen before. The snarling, the growling, the snapping and the biting. And when a dog isn't listened to with their subtle and polite behaviours, if they do work their way up the ladder to the point of growling at a child to say, stop, I don't like it when you pull my tail or grab my ears or grab me and pull me in close. Most people's natural instinct when they witness a dog growl at a child is to say, no, bad boy Monty, or whatever it is. Unfortunately, that then teaches the dog that not only does it not help the situation and it doesn't get them perhaps the space that they're asking for, but it actually gets them punished. So next time they come into that scenario again, the toddler is walking over to them, or whatever it might be, they just won't bother with any of those other behaviours because they haven't worked, and the more serious ones actually got them punished. So they won't bother lip smacking, yawning, they won't bother growling, they will just bite out of nowhere. It's really important to have an understanding of the ladder of aggression. There's a brilliant book by Kendall Shepherd called The Canine Commandments. It explains it very well for both children and adults to understand, so it's a really good book for perhaps all families with a dog. If you have any questions about the ladder of aggression or interpreting your dog's behaviour, please just message and I will help wherever I can. Thank you for listening. Bye!